Got that steal too.
And here he goes.
Here we go.
PG puts on a shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, PG.
That is the one. There's no question.
Oh,
that
my
is
goodness.
the one.
Looked like he was going to pull up for the jumper. Tried to pass it. It's stolen. Here's George down the floor. Rising up and firing it through the rim. Oh, what a dunk by the sophomore Paul George. We said he needed to take it to the rim. He took it to the rim and then some.
I'm a student of the game. I like to learn. I like to know new things. Very coachable. You know, I'm only just turned 20, and I think there's a lot more room, you know, for me to get better. And I'm willing to get better, whatever it takes. You know, I want to be that, you know, next superstar.
With the 10th pick in the 2010 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Paul George of Fresno State University.
I'm telling you, the defense has been excellent here.
He got away with a double
This is
dribble.
a tough shot to take.
Uh-oh, here comes a thunder dunk. Well, Quinn, it's been Paul George with 3 big baskets here.
The Bulls over the Pacers, 116-89. Only their second playoff series win since back in 1998.
A little bit of Jeff Foster offensively.
Oh, what a pass by Stevenson! And it's Paul George!
Oh my goodness. Defense, they get the opportunity for the fast break.
And Indiana is moving on. 105-87. The Pacers win the best-of-7 series, 4-1. Indiana becomes the first team of the Eastern Conference to advance.
Taking West out of this game. West just won a 4. Oh, Wade with the spin. Beat George off the dribble. And Indiana will talk it over. An embarrassing sequence. George Hill's going to pull it out. Paul George goes to the rim for the emphatic dunk. Paul George cuts to the basket and just gets up and over Sanders, the shot blocker, and throws it down.
And here's Paul George for an 8.
Yes, sir. He just got it stuck.
Here's Paul George, a 3 again!
He barely caught the ball. There was 11 seconds on the shot clock.
4 3-pointer Wade for Noah. They swing it. Here's George for 3. Paul George of the Pacers. Noah handling and collided with Paul. Another 3.
Yeah, they won on back-to-back nights. On Tuesday, they won at home. Here's Paul George over Stackhouse.
Yeah, way to go, Paul.
A throw down by Paul George. The Pacers, though, have yet to lead.
I really wanted to come back an improved player. You know, I really put the work into it. I put the time into it. Coach B. Shaw came down and, you know, watched me work out. And I really just wanted to show how dedicated I was to this year.
Both pressures. Lob and slam. It's Hill on a special delivery.
And Harris is trying to beat Paul George over the screen. No ball pressure. It's easy for athletic Paul George.
And Indiana eliminates the New York Knicks. New York is out of this thing. Indiana wins it by 7 and remains perfect at home in the postseason. Your final score, 106-99.
Here comes George, got to step and stuffs one move and counts on the foul. He beat LeBron James with that quick step. A sensational move by Paul George. Back, Miami gets back, and George in the face of Bosch, serving up a facial.
Look at this exchange. Phenomenal dunk over the top of Bosch.
George just 2 of 9, 7.7 rebounds. Who would have thought it'd be this easy to close it out for the Heat? Everybody loving it as LeBron James leading the Heat to the NBA Finals.
I don't want to put that pressure on me as far as playing up or living up to a contract. I'll continue to keep doing what got me a contract. Or it's nothing about me, you know, wanting to play up to a contract. Just me going out there and doing the best job I can do.
George, a 3. Uh-oh, he's fouled and it counts. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness gracious. That's the one thing you just can't do. And he has a chance to tie the game.
I am waiting and seeing on Paul George. I saw a bona fide MVP candidate who made a strong early MVP statement last night.
Got that steal too.
And here he goes.
Here we go.
PG puts on a shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
PG.
That is the one.
There's no question.
That is the one.
So the Pacers close out the Wizards. This game was not nearly as interesting. The Pacers did what, I can't say I was surprised. I thought they'd do this maybe in Game 7, but they did it in Game 6. The Wizards go 0-3.
It is frustrating, especially when we set out a goal, earn the #1 seed. We didn't get to that goal of playing a Game 7 on our floor. Eventually, we got to be able to get past this point with how young we are, experience that we continue to keep gaining.
Goes a little bit too fast for his own good. Nice contest, but a foul by Paul George as Paul George ran into the stanchion.
Feeling so bad for Paul George to have this type of injury, sustain this type of injury. And then you start to think about the ramifications for the Pacers and also the ramifications for Team USA. But first and foremost, prayers and a speedy recovery for Paul George.
Here's Paul George. His first shot is good.
He just kind of threw that one at the rim.
And that's knocked away.
Yeah.
No whistle.
They didn't call it. It was by his hand. It was a hand. And
First dunk back for now number 13, Paul George. Pacers back in front by 1.
it came off. He was trying to go behind his back. Good find. Really good find by Monte. And Paul does a 360 off the pass from Monte Ellis. And I mean, it was a solid pass, too.
He's got 7. He's hit 2 of 3 from the field.
Paul George is back in the All-Star game. That's great to see after the terrible leg injury he had. He was an All-Star in 13 as a reserve, 14 as a starter, and averaging a career-high 24 points a night.
Paul George is back. It's not forgotten, especially after overcoming that broken leg. An All-Star record 9 threes. He finished 1 shy of Wilt Chamberlain's mark of 42 points.
Off the mark. Loose ball. And they get another possession. He threw up a... Oh! I can't believe it went in! Paul George! And he was looking for the foul.
Trigger man is Ellis. Catch and shoot. It's George. Rainbow 3 doesn't go. Biombo with the board. It's over. The Raptors survive.
Yeah, I talked to Joe a little bit.
Oh! He threw it down!
This is unbelievable. He goes, and Capella, come take that. That's posterizing there. Well, he followed up a triple-double, a 40-point triple-double with 33 here today. And a demonstration of mutual respect for Paul George.
The Pacers could still offer him a smaller extension this summer, or he could just wait until next summer where he's a free agent. Pacers could also trade George rather than risk losing him eventually in free agency.
When I found out it was OKC, I was quite surprised, but at the same time, I was happy about the trade. I was thrilled. I was looking forward to it. All I wanted was a chance and an opportunity to play for something special and to ultimately try to win a championship.
We all play for one another. That's what it's about. Nobody cares who has it. Nobody cares who scores. We all here to play, make plays easy for everybody else. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to enjoy playing with one another, and that's what it's about.
That's what the Thunder has done tonight. They've denied the drive. Oh, that's a pretty fancy drive.
Let me show you this first of all. Is this PG-13? Oh, no.
OK3 season is over. Utah advances to take on Houston. Donovan Mitchell with a career night.
Paul George has committed to the Thunder. He will be back next year. They're discussing now terms. Paul George wanted to commit there. He went in with ownership, management tonight. Really had a lot of his questions answered here.
You got to think Paul George has to get a touch at some point, and he does. The 3-ball quickly. Got it! And one! My George! Paul on the job! Incredible!
It's Paul George that has been carrying this team. It's Paul George that's been putting on a show. It's Paul George that spent the month of January averaging nearly 40. This brother right now is a superstar.
They're not going to use it. George with 5. George drives over Gobert. It's gone with 0.8 of a second left to give the Thunder a 1-point lead. Timeout, Utah.
Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard!
That's a bad shot. I don't care what anybody says. That's a bad shot.
They are sending to Oklahoma City essentially a record collection of draft picks. Paul George came to the Thunder in the last couple days and asked to be traded to the Clippers. He wanted to play with Kawhi Leonard.
For a long time, Brian, the two teams swapped turnovers, and now a third consecutive turnover. Williams to George, off glass, and welcome to the family, Paul George.
Rebound number 4. Clippers looking for the lead. George to the rack, reverse layup. Oh my! Reorganizes in mid-flight, lays it up and in, counted on a foul.
He changes gears, Paul George, and finishes.
Feel good. This was a hard-fought battle. We knew it was going to be. It's great to get some more days away from the game, get our minds back right, get our bodies back right, prepare for what's ahead, and just get ready for that.
6-0 in elimination games here in the bubble. Much respect for the coaching staffs. As the Denver Nuggets are going back to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 11 years.
PG-13 goes away in the playoffs. And that dude can't be your leader. He's somewhere between an average starter and an all-star. But in the regular season, he's somewhere between an all-star and an MVP. He declines in the playoffs.
This was a pretty easy contract for both sides. He got certainly, the max contract that he could get. He's committed now for 5 years, $226 million potentially.
Quick with the trigger, regardless of the shot clock. When he catches, he's making a quick decision. Paul George.
Oh my goodness! How nasty!
Rookie initiation. Well, this is the rookie initiation.
And about 8,000 strong here at the Staples Center will watch their team play on here in these NBA playoffs. And this series is over. The first round is over. The home team finally gets a win. The Clippers advance.
Playoff P, this is now your basketball team. You can't be the Robin. You've got to be the Batman right now for the rest of this series and lead your team to the promised land called the Western Conference Finals and beyond. Paul George, for the first time in a long time, you are now the man.
Will win their 4th straight game in this series. And now they'll just dribble it out. Final seconds here at Staples Center. It's official. The LA Clippers are going to the conference finals.
In the first 4 games,
George on the pull-up, nails a 3. Paul George answers, and it's back up to 9.
This move by Paul George tells Chris Paul, mind your business. Get out of my way.
We fought all year. Very proud of my guys, what we had to overcome throughout the year. We had injuries throughout the season. We found a way to fight through. We found a way to keep going, keep playing. We just had each other's backs all year. One of the greatest locker rooms I've been a part of.
This is a devastating blow for the Clippers. This 3 to 4 week timetable, he's going to be out for longer than a month. What they really want to do is have him rest, see if that elbow heals like they hope it will, and then they will determine the next step.
The ability to pivot. If they don't win this year and there's the pressure amps up on them, they have a lot of movable parts. That's something I wouldn't have said after they made that trade for Paul George a couple years ago where they just gave up all their picks.
making his 8th All-Star appearance in 13 seasons, representing the LA Clippers, PG-13, Paul George.
Covington lets it fly from 17. The shot is short. George goes down.
Yep, into that right knee.
Potentially a devastating loss for this Clipper organization. At least 3 weeks for Paul George. They say he'll be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. That takes you through the rest of this regular season.
Sharp tries to drive on Tucker, loses the ball, and it's George, leather larceny the other way. Plays catch with Harden, juggles in mid-flight, recalibrates, counted on a foul, and send him to the line.
Continuing to figure out how to be a better player with 3 other superstars on the floor, just figuring out how can I be effective with the basketball. What can I do more of? Beauty of it is there's energy that will be saved up from not having to do it all.